Hi, welcome back to A Maker Studios YouTube channel. My name is Lianep and we are so excited that you are here with us today. Normally you would find me on my own YouTube channel, DIY Beauty on Purpose, where I flip, craft, and create all kinds of beautiful DIYs all on a budget. I'm excited about today's DIY because I get to use A Maker Studios stackable stencil that I have not used yet, so I look forward to that. And but we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to get started right away. I want to go over the supplies and items that we are going to be using today so that you can take notes and recreate yourself at home. I'm here on my computer on my desk, and I just want to show you quickly something that I am going to be doing. It's different. I just thought I showed you, so I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of just give you a little preview of how I'm getting this DIY started. So I'm here on Canva. I have this watercolor design. It's just some florals, and the reason why I'm here is because I want to print this to sun as well as two other designs. I'm going to do that. I have my sublimation paper here. I also have my printer right here that is already set up with sublimation ink. So I'm going to print 3 designs here, but I just kind of wanted to show you what it was because I will be ironing them on fabric, and I didn't want you to not know what it was or where it came from. Alright, so some of the items that we're going to be using today is some fabric. This is polyester fabric that I got on Amazon. Polyester because the sublimation that I showed you earlier, this is the printout. It works really well in polyester, so that's why we got polyester. We're also going to be using A Maker Studio Stackable Stencil. This is an awesome one. It has a lot of insects, butterflies, like it just all kinds of beautiful stencils. I'm going to open it up so that you can see it without so much glare. There you go. So look at this. It has all kinds of leaves and cute little just insects and little flowers. So I'm looking forward to using this. Possibilities are endless, so I'm excited. And it has the squares because you can obviously cut them and use them as you need, so you're not handling this big stencil, but you can just cut whatever you need and have something more manageable. So we're going to use them. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, but we're going to use a few. All right, so another thing that I'm going to be using is I have some faux leather here. This is something, again, I got on Amazon. I've done several projects with it already. It came in a roll, maybe about 3 yards or more. It's faux leather, and I got black and brown, but we're going to use the brown one today. We're going to use a rotary cutter, some adhesive spray. We're also going to use my heat press so that we can get the designs on the fabric. We're also going to use A Maker Studios gel art ink, and this is in the Can't Never Could, the Squeegee, something to place the gel in, and I think that's it. If I'm missing anything, I'll mention it as we go. But the first thing we're going to do is get the design on the fabric. So I have my little mat here and a design. I was going to do it in separate pieces of paper, but it worked out where I can just use one piece of paper and have that. So, all right, we are going to just flatten this just a little bit because I can see some wrinkles, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're just going to flatten it. And then we're just going to put some parchment paper. I've used the same parchment paper now for months. All right, so we're going to put it there underneath. You can also do this with an iron. You don't need a heat press. It's just what I have, and it's easier when the entire piece of paper can be iron all at once and you don't have to move it, but otherwise an iron would be fine. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this over, just kind of put it anywhere where fabric will be. You want to make sure that all of it is going to be on fabric. I'm going to put more parchment paper on this, and then we are going to press it for 35 seconds. It's at 400 degrees. The sublimation paper that I have, it gives you the instructions on the settings that you need, the heat and the length of time. And obviously I'm not catching all of it, so I'll have to move it to that side as well for another about 25 seconds. But you'll see how quickly and how cool this is. as long as you have a printer with sublimation ink in it, is pretty cool. So we're almost done. 5 more seconds here with the first portion. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this side over here for another 35 seconds. So obviously be very careful when you're using any iron, anything hot like this. And then of course everything down here, the paper, everything's gonna be pretty hot. I mean, we have it at 400 degrees, so just wait until it cools down and pull it off if you're gonna do anything like this. But I'm just gonna show you the process that I'm using. All right, so we're done with this. I'm gonna turn it off. Take this off carefully. And then very carefully move this. Isn't that beautiful? And it's permanent. So we have that done. Okay. So we're gonna cool it off. All right. So the goal here, what we're making, I guess I should tell you what we're making, right? What we're making is bookmarks. And I want them to be really pretty, very natural looking. So we are going to use the flower design. We're going to put some of this faux leather on the back. And then we are going to cut off where we want the the bookmark. And then we're going to use the insect stencil to put some insects on them. And I think that'd be super cute. I hope. All right, so I'm going to cut a piece here of the faux leather just so that we're working with the smaller piece. Put that to the side, and then we are going to cut the fabric to kind of fit. And we're going to have a lot of excess, but because I'm not quite sure on which part of the florals, because not the whole flower is going to be on the bookmark, but we'll see. All right, so the goal is we are going to spray some of this adhesive spray on the faux leather so that then we can place the fabric on top and it'll stick. All right, so we have the adhesive on the faux leather, and now we are going to put the fabric, the white one, on top. And it's gonna stick, but we'll make it work. That's pretty good. You're gonna have a pretty permanent bond. And it's a bookmark, so it's not like it's gonna be handled roughly, but all right, so now I'm gonna get my cutting mat. All right, so now we are going to cut where the bookmark is going to be, so the shape of the bookmark. So I'm going to make sure that I have some of each flower. We're going to make 3 bookmarks today. And I'm going to make sure that each bookmark has a bit of the flower in it. So I think for this one, I'm going to cut right here. And I'm going to use my rotary cutter, but you can use scissors too. To me, it's just a little easier to cut in one roll. There you go. All right. And then I want the bookmark to be, I don't know, maybe about, I think that's a good size for a bookmark, don't you think? All right, same thing. We're just gonna cut. That's looking pretty good. And then, of course, we want to cut the ends. Here. And then maybe right there. Okay. What do you think? Does that look like a good size bookmark? I think so. I like it. All right, we're gonna do the same thing with the other 2 designs and just cut as needed. I think this one, I may cut right there. I think that's gonna look pretty good. And then we're gonna steal a little bit of that flower on this side. Good. I'm using all the grid lines to kind of keep me and then we're going to cut it maybe around there, and then the bottom. Okay, so here's another one. Got two, and then we're going to use this last one for the last one. You have to cut. Okay. Here's the other one. So here are my 3 designs. All right. One thing that I do want to do is I want to make just a little bit of an angle cut. So we're just going to use my scissors for this. And I got to decide where to do it. So I'm thinking here I want it on this side. And just try to keep it at the same angle. There you go. For this one, I think I want to cut on this side. Okay. And then for this one, over here. There you go. They're looking more and more like bookmarks, I think. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to use several of the insect ones with each. So I wanted to have each because they each have their own design. I'm gonna have each different insect. So I'm just gonna cut these and kind of go from there. Just start cutting and seeing, because we may use different colors too of the gel art ink. So like I like this one here. That's the beauty of these reusable stencils, that you can cut them at the size that you need, and then you can obviously reuse them, which is my favorite part. Let's see, I like this one. So here are my designs, and then I'm gonna start pairing these. I might use this one by itself because I think it's just so pretty, but we will see. I'm just gonna use some of the gel art ink, just squirt a little bit there, and then the Squeegee, of course. And then I'm gonna start with, let's start with this one, and I'm gonna do it with this one. All right. So here's how reusable stencils work with a Maker Studio. So basically it's just like a sticker. So you will remove it, and it has a sticky side, and then of course a non-sticky side. And then you can put them on, you can remove, put it on. Now make sure the surface is as lint-free, dust-free as possible, because that way if you need to lift it up and move it and adjust it, you don't get as much fuzzies on it. So for this one, we are going to place it right around here. I think that would be good to place it with a little tilt. One thing I do want to do is, you see those little lines there, the side lines? I'm just going to cover them up. That way I'm not trying to keep the gel ink with, you know, so close to it. So that way I think that'll work really well. Okay. So we're going to take the Squeegee, and we are just going to take some. A little goes a long way. So I'm going to tap, 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 make sure I get a lot of it off. And then we're just going to start squeegeeing it. And basically I just like to hopefully do it in as least strokes as possible, but that's just what I prefer. All right, so we're just going to start. See how easy that was? All right, that's it. Easy as that. We're going to remove this, Holy smokes. That is gorgeous. Vibrant, perfect. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're gonna heat dry it to help it on. Kind of liking this large one for this space here. It'll overlap a little bit, but I'm okay with that. So let's do that one. Yeah, same thing. We're gonna remove it. We're gonna place it where I think it's gonna look really good. All right, we're gonna stick it really, really well. Take some more of that ink, and we are going to squeegee. Look how beautiful that is. Put that one to the side. And then we are going to start with this one. On this one, put it here. Add some okay. There's that one. We're gonna let those fully dry before we stack them with a top one. I'm going to clean this up. Make sure you clean your stencils shortly after using them so that the gel ink doesn't dry up in the mesh portion of it. But we're gonna do that, come back and add the second layer. I think I'm gonna leave this one just like this. I think it's beautiful, it's crisp, and it's just large enough that I think it looks good with the design. So we're not gonna mess with that one. Now for these two, we're gonna add a second layer, which is what's beautiful about these is that they're stackable. My ink is already dry. Let me make sure this one, yep. So we're good to go. And I'm thinking we're gonna use these two beautiful, vibrant gel art ink from a maker studio. This one's over the Yonder and this one's Hey Y'all. And we're gonna switch. So we're gonna use the yellow for the blue design and we're gonna use the blue for the yellow design. And I think that's gonna help it pop and really complement it. So we're gonna start with this one. Right. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna place it, and I'm just gonna, so I don't know if you can see it, but you can see through it because it's mesh. So I'm just kind of making sure that I'm not gonna cover his head, but I wanna like keep it aligned as much as possible. I'm overthinking it. Let's just place it. All right, I'm gonna put it there. So, okay, so let's just do this one. Look how vibrant that is. Holy moly. Off carefully. Oh my gosh. These are so beautiful. Give you a little close up there. You could still see the one on the bottom. The wings on top look fantastic. They literally look like wings. Beautiful. And I think it complements the design very, very well because there's some yellow here. So that's perfect. So put a little bit of the Hey Y'all there. So we are going to once again just kind of right here. All right. Here we go, here we go. So much fun. If you've never tried these stencils, if you've never tried A Maker Studios paint, ink, I mean, everything they have is just so good. And you can find all of these items, all of these supplies in the description box. So make sure you head on over there. It's down below in the description box. Look at that. I can't even. Nope, I can't. Like, this is stunning. And as a matter of fact, I am thinking I am going to add another butterfly on this one. But it's going to be like this one, but the smaller one. There is a smaller one here. Can you see that? And I think I'm going to add it down here. And we're just going to place it here, kind of like coming off of the edges on this corner. some there. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Guys, I get so excited because something that's so beautiful and something that's so easy to do gets me really excited. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put 3 different ribbons on each one. And I think I'm going to put the black one here because I think it'll complement that black butterfly really, really well. We're going to cut a piece, maybe about this long. And then we are going to hot glue this one to the back. A little bit of hot glue there first, so that it glues the top one. I think that's going to be great. All right, so let's put some glue. Excellent. We're going to leave this one just like this there. All right. There you go. So now we're going to thread the ribbon through. See, I think this one will look great with actually several. So we don't want to make them too long. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that again. We're going to thread it twice so that this one has 2, maybe even 3. Let's see how I feel about it. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that's looking. I think that's good. Let's do 3. Let's be wild. All right, let's do a 3rd one. All right, and I think we're just going to make a very simple knot on top with all of them. Do it one more time. You can, let's even these out, make sure they're all even. Perfect. I love it. I love, love, love it. Okay, that's 2 out of 3. This one, we have a very unique ribbon. It's beautiful. It has those little circles to it. So I like that size. So we're gonna okay. Now we have multiple of them. Turn it over. I'm gonna place some glue. I'm gonna put a little bit more because this one has, it's thicker and it has multiple. Let's do that. All right, we're gonna put more hot glue. Put this one right on top. Look at these beauties. Love them, love them. All right, friends, so this is it for today. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments which one of these designs is your favorite, or would you like to recreate something like this? Let me know what you think of them. I think they turned out so stinking cute. I love all the designs. I think if I were to pick, I think this one's my favorite right here because I love how those wings look. I love the yellow and the contrast with the black. I think it's perfect. These stencils are so easy to use and they work so, so good. I hope you go down in the description box and make sure you click on those links so that you can look at these supplies and even more. They have so many colors available. You're going to love what you see. Also, don't forget to visit my channel, DIY Beauty on Purpose. I hope you love what you see there, and I hope you join our YouTube family as well. Thank you again, A Maker Studio, for having me here in your platform. It's always a pleasure. I love the stencils. I love the colors that you have, and it's just so much fun. Thank you for watching. Have fun creating, and have a blessed day. Bye.